indictment states Goldman Sachs not only got ridiculously inflated fees of $600 million for helping start Malaysia's corrupt National Wealth Fund, ruling coalition leader Anwar Ibrahim says the Wall Street Bank must be complicit in the whole affair, probably the most stunning financial scandal of the decade.
It's the failure of governance. I mean, you allow corrupt leaders to go there, squander as much as possible, and the elites were muted and complicit to the crime. International financial institutions and Goldman Sachs, of course, the name.
Instead of investing it in the nation, prosecutors say the fund's cash was blown on a 5-year spending spree, from Beverly Hills mansions to a rare 22-carat pink diamond, see-through grand piano gift to Australian supermodel Miranda Kerr, $250 million on this 300-foot mega yacht called the Equanimity, and bankrolling Hollywood hit The Wolf of Wall Street about, oh the irony, bank crimes on an industrial scale.
The real question is this: is all this legal? Absolutely not.
Defendants deny the claims, and Goldman blames those Malaysia crimes on a few rogue individuals, notably Goldman's then celebrated star partner Tim Leissner. But at the end of that sick 5-year spending spree in 2014, the indictment points out Goldman actually promoted him. Worse, Leissner's guilty plea notes others at the bank helped him conceal bribes. What he did is even, quote, very much in line with the culture of Goldman Sachs. That culture thrives thanks to what's called the revolving door, where Goldman chiefs worldwide are made lawmakers and regulators, and vice versa. To get elected, Donald Trump railed against Goldman as a villainous symbol of the corrupt US establishment. But as soon as he got in, he filled his team with Goldman execs like Gary Cohn as chief economic advisor. Goldman gave Cohn a leaving present, pre-bribe, as Senator Elizabeth Warren dubs it, of $250 million. And Cohn promptly brought in tax breaks that earned Goldman, if earned is the right word, more than that within 3 months, according to Senator Warren.
Gary Cohn picks up these sacks full of money, goes into government, and rewrites the tax laws, manages to cram it through, and boy did Goldman once again show. Savvy investor.
US senators railed at Goldman selling ordinary American products they knew would fail, then betting on their failure, practices that contributed to the 2008 world economic crash. Then Treasury Secretary Hank Paulson nevertheless handed Goldman a $10 billion bailout. Paulson just happened to have been, yes, you guessed it, Goldman Sachs chief.
The evidence shows that Goldman repeatedly put its own interests and profits ahead of the interests of its clients and our communities. And when the system finally collapsed under the weight of those toxic mortgages, Goldman profited from the collapse.
Using a fictitious exchange rate, in 2001, Goldman magically disappeared Greece's debt so it could cheat its way into the EU. The bank is said to have trousered an eye-watering $300 million fee. In fact, Greece's debt actually rose and was handed to its citizens, suffering to this day. The Greek trick was arranged by this man who infamously said the bank is doing God's work. Promoted to Goldman boss, Blankfein reportedly met privately with the disgraced merchant at the head of Goldman's current Malaysia malaise. The whole scandal has now spawned a best-selling board game, Kleptopoly.
So Goldman Sachs is one of these high-level finance capital companies in the U.S. that is very close, investment bank, very close to the levers of power on both sides of the political aisle. If they can get away with what they get away in the United States, they can certainly get away with it elsewhere. What's going on in Malaysia is just the tip of an iceberg that's going on everywhere. They just haven't been caught in the other places. It's criminal. It's the biggest criminal, white-collar criminal event, I think, of the last century, maybe even greater. We are on the verge of another crisis here, financial crisis, that will make the last one pale in comparison. And Goldman Sachs and people and businesses like them are at the center of the cause of this.
All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Akak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Honors and salutations, all sincere Akim, throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, charity, and a sound doctrine. All right, and to the Akwathim and to the children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh. He exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. He is the deliverer. Yahweh Shai is coming back to deliver us out of this captivity. All right, my name is Micah Allah Bun Gad Bun Yasha Allah with the Watchman Philadelphia camp. And yeah, like that clip I played is letting you know like who Esau is. And first of all, before I even start, I want to say Salakia. You know, I ain't put up a video in a couple days, a few days, man. You know, that's because, you know, I've been in my studies heavy. And not just that, you know, just going out on the highways with no camera, man, prophesy. Everything's recorded in the heavens, man. You know, so, hey. But just want to say that to the Akim and the Akwathim that watch the channel. You know, and yeah, wanted to play that clip, and that's letting you know that how Esau operates, man. They're a thief and a robber, and they oppress the you know, they oppress the poor, man. You know, and they talking about what's that guy name? Sachs. Like they got him, you know, they got his people in the White House, man. You know, so of course this place is going to go down because they trying to hoard up all the money. But anyway, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 6. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his," man. You know, so yeah, how long is these government officials or bankers going to try to take up all the money that don't even belong to them, man? You know, how long? You know, increase of that which is not his, man. So they like, it's like, what's the old saying? It says the poor keeps getting poorer and the rich keep getting richer. You know, oh, that's going to come to an end, man. That's why we need Yahweh Shah to come back. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man, going to destroy this place, man. That's why we need him, man. All right, it says, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So yeah, that thick clay is debt, because America is built on debt, man. You know, and how do they do it? They take all the money, then they give you credit cards, and the people believe that money's on those credit cards. There's nothing on there, but your hopes, thinking that that is something on there, man. So Esau be playing you all around the board, man. You know, that's how you know, like, this they system is crashing, man. Like they said in that little clip I played for you. You know, they said it's gonna be, basically they letting you know Jacob's trouble coming too. And they said like this. They said the last depression has nothing on this depression that's coming. All right, so you gotta pay attention. And our people don't believe that. They don't want to believe that. All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and 16. It says, "He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want," man. Let me read that again, man. That's heavy. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and 16. It says, "He that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want." All right. So, yo, man, right now Esau's in rulership and all that. And a matter of fact, you just look at how the government is ran, man. You know, they take little money and give, and they take bribes and all that, right? And then they give to the they give tax breaks to the these corporations and all that, which America is nothing but a corporation, but they give tax breaks to all these main corporations, and keep the so-called average everyday citizen. They keep them oppressed, man. But this is all about Israel anyway, man. You know, they could, Esau can oppress Esau. I don't have no problem with that. But once you start oppressing Israel, then it's a problem, man. You know, but hey, man, we in captivity right now, but the curses are being lifted up. So I'm gonna read that again, man. That's a deep scripture right there, man. So that's letting you know that Esau, hey, man, right now you on top, but you going to the bottom. You can go back to Genesis, what's that, 25:25, when it talks about the hand of Jacob being on Esau's heel, and that represents him pulling him right out of power. Then we gonna go into power. You know, it's not gonna be no space in between and all that, man. You know, so you Edomites, man, you got hell to pay, because what you want to do, you want to oppress the people. You know, And y'all so greedy, y'all oppress yourselves. All right? I'm going to read that again. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and 16. It says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, but that's what you do. You oppress the poor to increase your riches. All you care about is yourself, man. But that's going to get you something. And it says, he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want, man. All right? Let's go to Luke chapter 21 and 22, man. It's the book of Luke 21 and 22. And it says, Salakias, chapter 12. Chapter 12, 21 and 22. It says, it's the book of Luke, chapter 12 and 21. It says, so is he that layeth up treasures for himself and is not rich toward the Most High. It says, and he said unto his disciples, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, neither for the body, what ye shall put on. You know what I'm saying? But Esau, his whole thing is, man, you got to depend on him, you know, for everything, you know. And they're not rich in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. They rich in the treasures of this earth, man. Which these riches hold no weight, man. You're supposed to lay up your treasures. It says where a man's heart is, so is his treasures. All right, and that's your mind. So our mind, the hopeful elect mind, the elect mind is supposed to be on what? The kingdom. That's where your treasures are. All right, these scriptures are your treasures. You don't physically have to. You rich in spirit, man. You're rich in knowledge. That's real riches, man. Not this goddamn paper money that people running around with and being oppressed with. Once you have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you can't be oppressed, man. You know, you understand things, and you know that it's a certain time limit until you come out of that captivity. You know. But let's go to Psalms chapter 12. All right. Chapter 12 and 5. There we go. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 5. And it reads, for the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I will set him in safety for him that puffeth at him, from him that puffeth at him. So yeah, man. That's heavy, man. Let's read that again. It says, for the oppression of the poor. So who's the poor right now in riches, basically? This paper money, this currency here. You Israelites, man. Starting with the elect. All right. It says, for the sighing of the needy. So the sighing is us going out there in the highways and byways, you know, sighing to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, doing your lessons, your sit downs. That's sighing to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Why? Because you complaining to your father about what's going on. You know? That's why he said he's going to arise, man. He's going to stand up and take care. He's going to handle that. You know? It says, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise. So, man, right now, Jake is needy, man. And that goes back to the curses. It says we're going to have to go to our enemy in want of all things, man. All right? We're going to go to our enemy in want of all things. For clothes, shelter, food, you know, you got to go to Esau. Just the way they got, and that's another way they oppress you because, you know, they hoard up all the money and all that. Then they try to tell you got to go get welfare, you know, get an access card and all that shit. What's an access card here in Philadelphia? I don't know about other states. Matter of fact, in Jersey, it's a Family First card, you know. So, they do shit like that when that stuff should be freely given, man. You know, because that money actually belongs to you, and they enslaved you with your birth certificate, your social security card, all that. That's an actual bank account. So they playing you. That's oppression, man. All right. It says, now will I arise, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. So yeah, he's gonna set you in safety from him that puffeth at him. So that's him that's going against us. And who is that him? That's Esau, man. The so-called white man. All right? The only one that's oppressing the whole world, basically. And another thing he's going the next thing he's doing and the biggest thing, which is the main talk of Israel right now, is that RFID microchip. Because you got them dudes, Adam Abbott niggas, you know, they want to push the wrong doctrine on that. All right, so let's go to I was about to say Esau. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and 29. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and 29. It says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yeah, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully, man. So yeah, we're strangers in this land, man. You know? Why? Because this is not our land. So we're strange. This land is strange to us. When we first came over here, this wasn't our land. It was strange to us, man. You know? So, let's read that again. This is Ezekiel 22 and 29. It says, the people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and the needy. So, they use oppression, exercise robbery, right? And have vexed the poor. So they making the poor mad. And how they exercise robbery, they stole everything from us, man. When they came over here and you had the so-called Native Americans, they raped, robbed, and murdered them, man. All right? So that vexes you, man. You know? It says the people of the land, Esau, use oppression and exercise robbery and have vexed the poor and the needy. Yeah, they oppressed the stranger wrongfully. So they doing this wrongfully, man. You know? But guess what? All that shit that they doing to us is going to come back on their head, man. It's going to come back on their head, man. You know? How long is Yahweh Shemi outside going to let this happen to us before he jack their ass up? And that's what's coming for Esau. All right? And they mentioned something about the next depression being worse, and that's going to be right here in America, man. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna end it on this, man, because this is a heavy one. It's Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, man. So all these things that's about to come to America, man, it's shit about to hit the fan. You're going to have an economic collapse, man. You know, they're going to try to push that new currency, which is the RFID microchip. And if you don't get on board with that, you know, they're going to put you to death. They're going to put your family to death. You're going to see a lot of famine, death, and destruction, man. Right here in this country, this is going to be worse than what they call a third world country, man. You know? And your only hope, man, if you the elect, your only hope is Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah, man. That's it. And with that, man, I hope that this lesson was edifying. Hope it made sense. I hope it goes out to who needs to hear it, man. Until the next lesson, I'm going to say, Shalom, Yasharala, stay strong, and death to America, because we almost out of here. Shalom.